New York and Ireland are two extremely different but extremely interesting places. And in the Flatiron District of New York, not only a few days ago, a portal was opened and it was already closed because, of course, it is. And now, just to clarify some things here, the portal isn't a portal. It's not you walk into it and then like a noise happens and then suddenly you're in the middle of Ireland. No, no, no. This was more like a two-way live stream. It is a mirror that instead of seeing yourself out of, you saw some random person who eats potatoes every single day, or some random person who sniffs up drugs from the sidewalk. And the best part is this portal, this eighth wonder of the world, as Charlie put it. I'm going to link his video right here. This is not the first time this was done. This was done previously in Lithuania and Poland, and nothing interesting happened. It was kind of just a, like a cute little portal. Again, heavy quotation marks. So the fact that this one in New York, in New York and in Ireland that connected each other, got shut down is just the result of the Americans and the Irish just being themselves, essentially. And you have to wonder who thought this was a good idea? Who put this in the middle of New York and thought that people would be respectful? Who did this? Why? I could drive down to the airport, I could buy a plane ticket, I could fly to Ireland, and I could just talk to people. I don't need to go all the way to New York and look at a 60 hertz screen or 24 hertz screen. Probably isn't even 60. It's probably like, super low frame rate, super low res, 240p, 24 frames a second. Man, we need to up the scales here. But like Icarus, the human race and its science counterpart flew too close to the sun. Our wax wings got burned. We fell to the concrete of New York City and we splattered and died because people have been doing a ton of inappropriate stuff with this portal. Shocker. And I see many video clips of people just doing absolutely like really weird stuff in this portal. I'm not going to show any because I don't want to get my channel banned just yet. Hopefully never, but I don't want to get into that territory just now. But again, the video by Penguin Zero, or Charlie as he's better known as, will be linked. Very good video, would recommend. But I find it really funny and I wanted to talk about it today. And also just to specify, it's Dublin, Ireland, Dublin. Not just like Ireland in general. It's not just in some random field in Ireland. No, it's Dublin, Ireland. All right. Now that that's out of the way, let's continue. Also, if I look a little bit different, my hair is wet and my face is a little bit puffy because I just got back from the gym. It was an early gym session today. Hit a chest and back. Didn't do so good for my back. I kind of pumped up my chest a little bit. It felt good. I felt good. But regardless, I'm getting off track. So the original idea of the portal, again, heavy quotation marks, portal, is from portals.org. It is a website that you can actually go visit right now. And immediately upon clicking on the website, you can see that it is just a beautiful romantic thing, right? You have this one guy and then you see the portal and then it's like his fiance, lovers lost, a classic love story trope. But with this trope, it was just people flashing their boobs and just doing really inappropriate stuff and showing pictures of national tragedies and stuff that really is not fun to look at. One particular story with this was with a OF model. And if you don't know what OF is, please keep it like that. But again, if you want to look that up for yourself, you can go look up what that online terminology means, because I'm sure saying that word in its full extent will get my channel banned. Or it'll get some sort of restriction placed on it. But recently, one of the main reasons it was shut down is because this OF model decided to go on there and show herself to all of Ireland, all of Dublin, Ireland, everyone who was unfortunate enough to look at the portal. Now, if you have to resort to this kind of attention seeking for this stuff, please, I'm gonna pull out the good old cross here. You need a little bit of this. You need some of that. But and before I go on with this, please go watch Penguin Zero's video. His video goes much more in depth with this, better than I will. But this OF model is also responsible for, during COVID, licking airplane toilet seats and just doing a bunch of outlandish stuff, kind of like the kick streamer Neon does whenever he goes into you remember Squeeze Benz? Remember that guy? The video I made on him, that degenerate. Yeah, he went and Squeeze Benz's car, started swimming through traffic, got in a hit and run situation. So it's in general people who do these stupid things because they're addicted to clicks, they're addicted to likes, they're addicted to the attention, and unfortunately the money that it brings. But that, and among probably hundreds or thousands of other inappropriate scenarios, are shockingly why this portal was shut down. Also, if you see some rainbow lights, is because I forgot to change the my desk lights. So my desk is a big rectangle, right? It's a carbon fiber rectangle. It's actually pretty cool. And I put on these LED lights around the this side, the back side, and the other side, and I usually change them to white whenever I start recording, so I'm going to do that real quick. Much better, much better. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this who thought this would have been fine? Who thought to put a portal in one of the most degenerate, one of the most drug-ridden, inappropriate cities in all of America, New York, and some random place in Ireland? Now, sorry if I messed up with my sayings about New York, but I have some pretty strong opinions about a select group of cities in America. And I've been to New York multiple times. I've also seen tons of videos of New York. I've seen mainly police videos because, nothing good really comes out of that place. And unfortunately, it's not the concrete jungle versions are made of. It's just a place where you can get drunk and take a subway, I guess. And it's also a place where apparently you can get a Metro card that has Ice Spice on it. I don't know. I didn't really feel like making a video on that because it's kind of ridiculous, but I mean, this is also ridiculous. Who in their right mind put a portal between New York and Ireland and thought that no one would do something this stupid? Who thought that people would be civil and people would be, there's hair in my mouth, and people would be respectful and people would be not inappropriate? Because these OF models, they got to resort to some crazy ways to make their money. They have to, I mean, sometimes, if their content's not good enough, and I'm not just talking about the inappropriate OF stuff, because OF was originally made, that platform was made for stuff that, it's kind of like a member page on YouTube. It's kind of like an exclusive thing that you have access to if you pay for it. But unfortunately, it's been tainted. It's been tainted with the sin of lust. And it's just turned into this really awful stereotype that, it is what it is. At this point, there's no saving it, really. But sometimes if you want to get popular and if you want to get back on the main stage of that, of TikTok trends, you got to do some outlandish stuff. And this is what some people are doing. But as I said earlier, of course it's shut down. Of course, it probably will be shut down permanently in the future because people cannot contain themselves. And as I said earlier, with people showing pictures of national tragedies, the biggest national tragedy, arguably in the United States of America, that happened in New York. I'm not going to explicitly say it because, again, I don't want a restriction placed on my channel. The one with the 2 big buildings and the 2 planes, I'll say that much. Really awful situation, but of course, the people in New York aren't only to blame. In Dublin, Ireland, people thought it would be funny to show pictures of it because they knew where that portal leads to. They knew it led to New York, and they knew what happened in New York because who doesn't? You could go to the most niche tribe or like city or country, like the smallest country in the entire world, somewhere on the exact opposite axis of New York, and you can ask them, hey, what happened on September 1st? And they will know because it's extremely popular, and not for good reason, but of course it was taken too far. Of course it was taken too far by New Yorkers. It was taken too far by the Irish. It's just anywhere in the United States would have been like this would have happened. So my question is why? And I find myself asking why in a lot of my videos. Why do people do this? Why do people think it is a good idea to do this? I have no idea. And unfortunately, because I have some semblance of common sense, I don't think I'll ever know. But in my opinion, that's just fine. So for now, don't go to New York. Don't look at the portal because you might get scarred for life. See ya. Stay safe.